Do you like unusual design textures? Do you want your model to stand out in your collection or exhibition? Do you like to experiment with new painting methods? Then this video is for you. In this video we will look into the magic pattern, and I will show you step by step how to get it. This method consists of 4 painting steps. First is base color. Most simple is black. Purpose of this layer is to have background color. You can also choose another color which is similar to final color. For example, if you aim for cherry red, then choose dark red. The darker is color, the better will be contrast of final result. Next layer is that magic component called Marblizer. It looks like silver paste and it dries slowly. This allows you to control texture effect. As a painter or modeler, you can create different effects using plastic rope, sponges, brushes and other tools. You are limited only by your imagination. Apply it with brush or airbrush. With airbrush you need to increase pressure to 2 or 3 bars, because a Marblizer is pretty thick. Then, without wasting time, take a plastic rope and cover painted surface. The more crumpled is plastic rope, the more random is texture. Keep in mind that the less transparent is texture, then more dark will be final result. You can regulate intensity by pressing on the plastic rope with fingers or brush. We can also try sponge and brush. One more way to transfer Marblizer is to transfer it to plastic rope first and then put it on surface. This eliminates need of brush or airbrush. It is more difficult to control amount of Marblizer, but you can remove excessive paste with clean rope. Pay attention to edges and make sure you don't miss any spots. Patterns are very random but with similar texture intensity. Now I will use only amount of Marblizer that was left on plastic rope and use on the next spoon. I help myself with brush to press plastic rope on edges of the spoon. Some areas are missing texture and I don't hesitate to add more and correct other spots as I want. Now I will use brush. First I apply magic paste on surface and then start to form texture by hitting surface with brush. My goal is to get random pattern and eliminate brush strokes traces. At the end, I use plastic rope a bit to get more interesting effect. Now let's try sponge and see what kind of pattern we came up with this tool. Finally, let's compare patterns. We can see difference in intensity. Patterns applied with brush and sponge are very intensive. I would use those on smaller objects, and on bigger objects I would go with plastic rope. Next layer is candy paint. Candy paint is clear coat with pigment of bright colors. Most of the paint brands produce colored clears like red clear or green clear, and some brands produce candy colors. You can use any of those, but I recommend to go with test paint jobs on plastic spoons or spare parts, not on final model. Then you will have a feeling of what you can achieve with this paint and if it is worth to do. Also, you will see that paint has different intensity and number of layers may vary from 2 to 5. Now we apply candy blue on these spoons. One has black base and another one has dark blue. I was using this paint, right? And we will use Candy Electric Blue from brand Zero Paints. It is ready to use. I use Iwata airbrush with nozzle 0.5 and I set about 2 bars pressure. I remove dosing cup and add paint with a small pipette. As you see, I apply a pretty wet layer of paint by using vertical and then horizontal paint strokes. Next is spoon with dark blue base. Now I leave it to cure for some 10 minutes. It's time for second coat. Again, I apply a pretty wet coat. Look at that, looks like it is ready. And second spoon. I think I need third layer for the second spoon. Now, after third coat, color looks much better. However, I noticed orange peel effect. And it seems that heavy paint coat dissolves coats underneath. I need to pay attention to this after it is cured. After comparing with the first spoon, I decide to add one more coat for another spoon. Now I am happy with paint intensity, it is deep enough. Next is candy red paint, also from Zero Paints. I remove dosing cap because it doesn't do the job, you're fired. And I employ old good small pipette. Now I will paint all 3 spoons and start with one on the dark red base. Again, I don't skimp on paint. Wet coat is easy to apply with Iwata Eclipse and nozzle 0.5. Smaller nozzles will not give you such amount of material and you may need to spend more time. As you see, I spent just a few seconds on each spoon. Iwata Eclipse is my favorite workhorse. Pattern on this spoon looks very interesting. We got that with plastic wrap. As you can see, the spoons dry to matte rather than glossy finish. Second coat for red candy. Color become more deep and intense. That is what we need. Last coat on red spoons. As for me, the color intensity is quite deep and we can stop here. Now, after you achieved the desired intensity of candy color, it is time to apply final coat, and that is clear gloss. As you can see, the surface of some spoons have obvious defects. On other spoon I see kind of paint cracks. Only one spoon seems to be gloss enough, but others will need gloss clear. I need pretty thick and wet layer of clear to cover all the imperfections. Also, I need clear coat which doesn't shrink too much. That is why I choose 2-component clear coat. I use one from Dynacoat. I have been using it quite some time, but you can use another clear which is available to you. 2-component clears are available in car paint shops, but you can also use model clears. In this case you may need more layers. For Dynacoat I need ratio of 2 clear parts and 1 hardener part. So this time I will add a bit more hardener, but not too much. At the end I add a bit of reducer, again not too much, some 10 to 20%. I want to keep high density of material. Now I shake bottle well to mix all components, and next is secret step. I put my bottle into hot water for a couple of minutes to heat it up. This will increase flow of clear, eliminate bubbles and decrease cure time. As you see, I apply layers in cross directions to make sure I do not miss any spots. I inspect surface, and if I see orange peel effect, then I add a little more material on that spot. Then you can wait a bit and see how surface is magically leveling up. Even after first layer, all surface defects are covered. Do you see any? I don't. But I decided to apply one more layer to make sure it will not shrink after cure time. Now, when clear is dry, we can check final result. Look how different are patterns on each spoon. There are no limits for creativity. By the way, you can get Marblizer from car paint shops as well. Also, they may have a range of candy paints. You can find a lot of other cool stuff in car paint shops. So I used this approach recently on my BMW motorcycle model, and I am pretty happy with that. Hope you like it as well and get inspiration to try it out on spoons, models, a real car, or maybe on your fridge or furniture or cat. Thanks for watching until the end. Please subscribe to see more videos like this, and we will meet again soon. Take care and bye bye!